Good evening, my friends. Here we are yet again. Just watched the ITN news and not very good. And here we are, it's Thursday, 29th of May, and the time is almost, I think it's 7 o'clock, yeah, almost 7 o'clock. Right, now, earlier on today they said that reporting restrictions on Tommy Robinson has been lifted. Really, I've just watched the entire news, and Tommy Robinson, they spoke about him for less than 10 seconds, and they said the reason why Tommy Robinson was arrested and given 13 months is because he broke the court ruling on reporting, and they said that it would have cost thousands of pounds to do a rerun of the trial. So that's the reason why they've locked him up. Really. Now, we haven't heard anything about what Tommy Robinson was reporting about. The scum that's in that court, that molested our kids, nurtured them, groomed them, done all sorts of horrendous things to them. We haven't heard a dicky bird about that, so the reporting restrictions have not been lifted. I can tell you that for nothing. And I very much doubt whether you will hear anything about this trial. I very much doubt whether you'll see any of it on any news channel, except maybe for InfoWars, Alex Jones. RT News, you definitely will. Sky News have been like their handcuffs, right? BBC, you can forget them. Biggest bunch of arseholes on this planet with the government's hands up its arse pulling the strings. They're told what to say. So forget the BBC News, they're absolute crap. Right? Now, you're not going to hear what these horrible people have got up to. And they're moaning about the cost of a rerun of trial. Well, let me just put it like this to you. This is going to be a really quick blog. The cost of keeping just one of those scumbags in prison per week is roughly about £1,700 for 1 week for one person. I'm not sure on how many are actually up on trial in that court, but let's just say, for argument's sake, there was 20 of them. Now, some of them might have minor custodial sentences put on them, 8 months, 9 months, 18 months. The real serious bad ones, they might get 15 years, and then they get let out on parole. And then of course they want anonymity, they want their names changed, they need to move to different areas. Really, my argument is deport the fucking lot of them. Find them guilty. Don't put them in our prisons. Don't make us, the taxpayers, pay for them to sit in a frickin' hotel, because basically that's what it is. A cot and 3 hots a day, plus a shower, plus all the medical you can get for nothing. They're not going to want for anything. And of course then they're going to say, well, I'm a Muslim, I need to pray 3 times a day. Oh, I'm not allowed to touch that, I'm not allowed to do this. It's like a frickin' hotel for them fucking arseholes, the scum. Well, you and I, Joe Public, we're going to pay for that scum to sit in prison. Maybe for a long time. Like I said, £1,700 a week per person. Do the maths. Get your little calculator out and say, right, 52 weeks in a year for the next, say, some of them could be in there 16, 15, some could be in there for 20 years. Do the maths. And then moaning about Tommy Robinson because it caused a rerun of the trial which would have cost thousands. Fucking peanuts compared to what those wankers are going to cost us. That shit scum that have come here and done this, right? We offer them an open hand, an open border. Come in, we'll look after you, we'll sort you out, we'll find you a house. All that we've done. And then we get a in the face from that scum. And of course, got to tread them softly, softly. They're Muslims, they don't understand. Fucking good job they don't understand. Because when we send them back to their shithole fucking sand dunes, they're going to think, oh, what the fuck happened? That didn't work. Yeah, really. Because if I was sitting on that fucking bench, mate, it would be reported from start to finish. I'd have every TV camera crew in the fucking world sitting in there filming that scum shit. Close ups of their faces so you can see who they are, where they're from. Yeah? Name and shame them. That's what needs to be done. But I'll guarantee you, I like to have a little bet on it, you won't hear nothing in the news from any channel apart from InfoWars, News Wars, that's a good one, and RT News. And maybe a few of the news channels in America. Yeah, Fox News. Because they like to put two fingers up to the rest of the world. We'll report what we like. What's it got to do with you? Freedom of speech. That's what it's all about. But our government choose not to let us have freedom of speech. They want to shut us up. They want to sew our mouths up. They want to sew our eyelids up. Block our ears so we can't hear, see or do anything. Because the government and Theresa May and wanker Boris Johnson and all the rest of that fucking shit that sits on there are shit scared of what's gonna happen or what could happen. Really. You've just seen on the news what's happened in Belgium. 2 police women shot dead. A civilian in his car shot dead. And some poxy wanker shouted, "Ah, the fucking Akbar!" Really? Well, he got what he deserved, a fucking bullet in the head. Job done, don't cost nobody nothing, apart from the people who lost their lives. But it's not going to cost anybody anything. And what they need to do with him is take his body down the council tip and let the fucking maggots eat him. That's all he's fucking worth. Now, I know for a fact that when I post this, it's going to ruffle a few feathers somewhere. Well, I really don't give a fucking shit anymore. I really don't care. You know, this is my country. England. Look what's happened to it since I was a kid. Yeah, I'm nearly 68 years old now. I've seen it, done it, been there, worn the frickin' t-shirts out. And Boris Johnson? Ha! What has he done? Apart from stuff himself and looks like a fucking great fat balloon, which is what he is. Can't string 2 words together without stuttering and stammering, because that's how thick he is. And Theresa May, I would love to know who's got their hand up her arsehole pulling the fucking strings. Really? Really? That woman hasn't got a clue. She has not got a freaking clue how to run this country. No. Because she wants to please everybody else. Oh, England's so great. Come to England. We'll do this for you. But when we treat our own people, we treat them like shit. The indigenous people of this country. I hate to say it, the white man. Well, not all white men are Christians. Quite a lot of white men are Muslims. And there's nothing wrong with that. Muslims are okay. If they go by their Quran the way they should do, read it properly, we wouldn't have none of this bullshit. It's all down to the anarchists, the ones that want to rewrite the Bible or their Bible to suit their own agenda. So they make up a load of cock and bullshit. And what was it I saw today? Bunch of fucking ragheads marching down the street demanding Sharia law to be changed or brought into the country so that we can marry 9-year-old girls. I'll tell you what, I wish I was the Prime Minister in that country. I'd have had the fucking army out there. I was like, right, live rounds, no quarter, shoot the fucking lot of them and burn them. The most disgusting pile of shit on this planet. that treat kids like that haven't had a chance in life. Not a chance. The value of life means nothing today. You know, you bring kids into the world, but you sell them off. It's alright. You know. Fathers and mothers don't care about their children anymore. They don't want to see them grow up. They don't want to see them have a normal life. Have grandchildren. No, not anymore. Oh, how's your lovely little 9-year-old girl? Oh, well, she's just got married the other day. But she's still, like, you know, primary school. Oh yeah, but she'll be alright. She's okay, she's got a husband now. Really? How old is her husband? Oh, he's 34. Really? 34. In England we call that paedophilia, child molestation. You name it, that's what we call it. If it was a white man that done that, there'd be nowhere for him to run, nowhere to hide. But that shit can walk our streets, judges are letting them off. Even that Muslim woman that I saw on the news the other day, instigated, trained her kids to become jihadists, and she went to court and they let her off. They let her off. Now let's just take for an example, me at one time, fully trained soldier, so I'm quite conversant with weapons. I know how to blow things up, I know how to fuck things up big time. If that was me, what do you think would happen to me? Right? I would never see the frickin' light of day again. I'd be locked up and they'd say, well, you're going to die in prison, you're not coming out. Really? Really? But if I was a Muslim, walking around with this scruffy fucking dirty shit beard on my face, oh so sorry, you don't speak English. That's alright mate, we understand, you're a Muslim, you know, it's your religion. Well, we've got to give you a little slap on the hand, so we're going to lock you up for 9 months. And then we're going to let you out and you can carry on and do what you want. Just like this twat in Belgium who's just been shot. On the target list. Only released a couple of hours from prison. A couple of hours. And within 2 hours, he's down the road, stabbed 2 police women, took their guns, and then shot them for good measure to make sure they were dead. And then went into a school, arm round some poor woman's neck, gonna blow her fucking brains out. And then eventually when he comes steaming out, you see it on the news, shouting, fucking Allahu Akbar! Bang, 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 bang! The cunt's fucking dead! But that's okay. You know, governments, you know, we've got to expect this. We've got to integrate with this shit. We've got to let them shag our kids and our women, so they all come out looking like them. Fucking beards, swivel-eyed, fucking buck-teeth crap that like shagging donkeys and goats more than their wives, and like having sex with their wife 12 days after they're dead. Really? Really? Well, there you go. It's because I'm so pissed off. I've used more bad language than I've ever done on here. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if it gets taken down. So, I will take this opportunity to all you people who do listen to me. I do really apologise for my language. You know, I don't like talking to you people like that. But unfortunately, that's what it takes these days to make people sit up and listen. A little bit of bad language. But it's only what everybody else is thinking. But they're too scared of their government. Too scared to mention anything. Draw the curtains, quick, don't, they're looking in. I'm not scared. I come on here. I talk to the world. I let the world know. That's what it takes. That's called free speech. If I was still in London, I'd be up on Speaker's Corner with the rest of them up there. Get on my little soapbox like I used to do donkeys years ago. when everybody did it on a Sunday. If you had something to say, Speaker's Corner, get up there on your soapbox, even with a loud hailer. You could preach, you could do anything, you could slag the government off, you could slag the Queen off. It didn't matter. Speaker's Corner is Speaker's Corner. It's there for the people. You never see it on TV. You never see the news cameras up there because they're so shit scared of what people might say. Well, can't put that on TV. Why? It's going to cause a riot. Well, that's most probably what it needs. Now, this is what's going to happen in this country. This is what's going to happen. We've got a government that really does not care about you or me. You know, I'm sorry, but that has to be said. And I don't care what they do to me. I really don't give a shit. It has to be said. You know, if Tommy Robinson can't say it, then it'll be people like me and quite a few others out there that will come on here and will say it. Because we're not scared. The best way to look at people, I found this out a long time ago when I had to go to court in Croydon a long time ago. And that was all to do with CBs, believe it or not, when they first came out into this country. Bloody CB. I stood in court with the biggest smile on my face and I laughed. And the judge, he said, "You're not taking this seriously. You've broken the law." I said, "I haven't broken any law, mate." I said, "You've got Mr. GPO man over there who broke the law." I said, "You've got Mr. PC Plod there who didn't really break the law. He was just asked to stand there and keep the peace." And Mr. GPO man said to me, "You've got to give me your CB. I can't take it from you. You've got to give it to me." Really? I wonder why. So before I gave it to him, I smashed it into the road and made sure a car ran over it. And then picked up what was left of it and gave it to him. And the copper said, "You're destroying evidence." I said, "No, I'm not, mate. It's still mine. What I do with it when it's in my possession is entirely up to me." I said, "Now I'm giving it to Mr. GPO man, all smashed to bits. But you've destroyed the evidence." "No, I haven't. There's the CB. It don't work anymore. I haven't destroyed anything." And I stood in the court laughing. Do you know why I stood in the court laughing? I looked at all those people, the judge, the clerk of the court, the copper, Mr. GPO man, and all the other silly sods in there with the biggest smile on my face. You know why? Because I pictured them all standing there, stark bollock naked. And it was hilarious. I couldn't stop laughing. But when you take away all the regalia, the fucking stupid wigs, look, nowhere, have a laugh. You take away all that crap, all their titles, and stand them all in a line, stark bollock naked. You can't do nothing but laugh. Because there you are in your birthday suit. "Oh, I'm the judge." "No, you ain't. You're a big fat blob, overweight. You got a dick like a frickin' peanut." You know, you're funny. And all the rest of them are funny. That's the way I look at authority. That's the way I look at everybody in the government. I just picture them sitting there with nothing on. I'll tell you what, you close your eyes and you can just imagine it. It's freaking hilarious. Because that's what they are. They're just ordinary people that have got above their station. And when you get the likes of Theresa May, "I'm the Prime Minister." Oh, really? Really? And when the elections come round and you don't get voted in anymore, you're not Prime Minister anymore, are you? You're just Mrs. Joe Soap down the frickin' street that thought she could run the country. You've got no power. We've taken it away from you. The people have taken your power from you. You're a nothing. The same as all the other MPs up there. Nothings when their power is taken away from them. And this is why I'm saying to you, we should be running this bloody country, not that shower shit. There you go, enough said. It'll be interesting to see how much comes out on the news about Tommy Robinson. Like I say, less than 10 seconds on the news. Not good. But keep watching the news and see what comes out about the shower of scum and shit that's in the court. I'll guarantee you, you won't hear nothing about it. There won't be no names, there won't be nothing until well after the court case, and then you'll get the newspapers to pick it up and they'll put a pile of photographs of all these people who've been committed, and it'll tell you what they've done after the event. Now, just remember, Jimmy Savile, yeah? What a prick that ugh, disgusting fuck. Rolf Harris. All the other big celebrities. Oh, he sex with underage girls, and oh, he grabbed my breasts and squeezed my bum because he's a celebrity. Now, think about this. These poor, well, I'm not going to say poor buggers, they're not poor buggers. Even Cliff Richards. There you go. The newspapers got hold of them, the media got hold of them, pointed the finger, accusations. They were tried, they were found guilty before they even walked through the freaking door of the courts. But you never heard the courts turning around saying, oh, hang on a minute, a mistrial. You've done all this before they've even had a chance to get in the court. Well, why wasn't all that lot arrested? And Tommy Robinson standing outside the court, just telling you who's in court and read out what the charges are. He gets 13 months. You think about that. Ain't it funny how the door swings for some people, but not for others? The media can trash anybody when it suits them, because there's big money in it. But you never hear the judges turning around saying, well, actually, you know, this has all been in the news. You can never have a fair trial. Because all these people have come forward, they've got statements, they've harassed their mums, their dads, they've gone around their houses, filmed their kids, harassed them at school. Oh, what happened? Can you tell us it? Can you tell us that? What associations did they ever do anything to you? Well, we can make you up a nice little story that you can tell, make it a bit more juicy, you know, we'll send you on holiday. Before that person ever gets into court. That's how the justice system works in this country. That is how the justice system works in this country, believe you me. It's shit. Just like the fucking government. It's shit. Because the government control it. The Home Secretary. Pfft, really? I wonder what we can find out about the Home Secretary. What shit he's got up to. Should we do a bit of investigation work on him? And plaster it all around the world before he even gets into court? I'm sure he's got a few skeletons in his closet. I'm sure Theresa May's got a few skeletons in her closet. Bit like David Cameron, wasn't it? Fucking a pig's head. And one of his mates squealed on him. Oh, Cameron done this when he was at college. Nobody give a shit. A lot of people laughed. I know I did. I thought it was freaking hilarious. Because they try to destroy you, see? They try to destroy you. There you go, my lovers. Think about it. Think about what I've said. Have a go at me for swearing if you want. I do apologise. I really do. But I'm just trying to point you in the right direction when you look at this stuff, or you hear it or you don't hear it, because they covered it up. But do the maths on how much it costs to keep a man in prison. Google it. They'll tell you how much it costs to keep a man in prison for 1 week in this country. A lot of freaking money. And they penalised Tommy Robinson. Oh, we need a retrial. It could cost thousands. Really? Well, it's going to cost us an awful fucking lot more if they do find that shower of shit guilty and lock them up for a long time, because of us, the taxpayers, are going to have to pay it. If it was me, you've been found guilty. Good. We are now taking all your possessions, your houses, your cars, everything. You will be going from here. You will be put on a plane with a one-way ticket with what you're standing in. That's all you're taking from this country. You do not have a British passport anymore. You do not pass go. You do not get £200. You go back to the shithole you came from. And you know what they do to people in your own country that drink liquor, take drugs, and do all the crap that you've been doing over here in the name of the Quran. There's an awful lot of countries out in the Middle East don't stand for any of it. And there you are. You put in a square, and up comes whoever it is with a fucking great knife, cuts your head off in public. Because you know damn well you can't do it in those countries. But you come here and you think you could do it here. Oh, Sharia law. Sharia law my fucking arse. There you go. That's it. Finished. I'm going to watch fucking Stargate now. More entertaining. Have a good evening, my folks. Love you lots. See you later. Bye-bye.